Housekeeping still remains the most important business of the world. It engages the hearts and minds of more people and calls for higher qualities than any other occupation. Each woman faces it single-handed. She must know how to cook, know food. She must know how to set her table attractively. She must know how to make her home comfortable and inviting. She must know the worth of labor-saving devices and how best to conserve her time and energy. She must know clothes, how to buy and how to make them. She must face death to bring children into the world. She must raise them, care for them, and pilot them safely to the threshold of manhood and womanhood.
Look what I did. Give it more attention. No water's all over the stove. Great.
You have to look pretty. Boys love pretty girls.
How was your day, honey?
I don't want to talk about work. I've had a long day. I just want to relax.
I'm sorry, I understand.
Why isn't there dinner on the table?
I'm sorry, Albert, it's my fault. I'm just cooking the potatoes.
You know what time I get home? I finish work every day at 5:45. Why isn't there any supper on the table again?
I'm sorry, Albert, I just was so busy today. I had errands to run, and Elizabeth was getting sick, and then I had to do the laundry, and I just couldn't finish it
I
all.
don't care what you're doing. It doesn't take all day to do the laundry and clean the house.
You're right, honey. Next time I'll have everything ready on time.
You better. I'm tired of coming home to a chaotic house all the time. When I get home, I want to relax. And if that's too much to ask, I'll find a woman who can do her job right.
Elizabeth, honey, I need you to put your toys away and call the boys from outside and tell them to be quiet because your father needs quiet, okay?
Today in the press and on the radio, the American career girl, married or single, is a favorite subject for discussion.
Women are called upon to leave their homes and take jobs. Among our young unmarried women and among older women whose children are grown, we have a large reserve. They discover that factory work is usually no more difficult than housework. Employers find that women can do many jobs as well as men, some jobs better.
Some girls have a great deal to offer, and they certainly don't make any contribution to the business world, sitting home with their children or cooking dinner for their husband.
Go on, Miss Bates.
Well, many talented girls deserve a better life than that. They need that feeling of independence, of competition that they don't get at home. And they deserve the luxuries that they can buy with the money they earn.
Would you give up your career if the right man proposed?
No, I wouldn't. My career means too much to me.
Not even if your dream Prince Charming were the man?
I haven't met him. I don't think I'd give up my career even so.
When married women with small children have to take jobs, everything possible will be done to provide day care for the children.
What are you studying?
I'm working on my paper for political science. You know, I plan to change the world someday.
You changed my world.
I'm serious, though. I want to join a law firm for political affairs. I think I'd be good at it.
It's certainly an idea.
What's wrong with what I said?
Nothing?
What's wrong?
Nothing, I said.
Then what's with the look on your face? Clearly it bothers you.
Well, no. It's not that it bothers me or anything. I'm just thinking. We're getting older, and it'd be nice to start a family. My parents are getting old, and frankly, they're worried about our marriage.
Daniel, it's not like we can't have kids. I just want to finish my degree and work for a while. I want to do something with my life and be someone, you know?
Well, it's not like we don't have the money. I make a good salary, so there's no need for you to work, really. And that way, we can start a family now, and you can stay home with the kids.
It's not about needing to work, Daniel. I want to work. I want a career.
Elizabeth, being a mother is just as rewarding as any other job, if not more.
Yeah, being a mother is rewarding, but that's not what I want to be. We're young. We have plenty of time to have kids. I don't see why we have to rush into things.
Okay, so if you really have to work, then why don't you take a year off so we could have kids? And then when they're old enough, then you can go back to work.
Kids aren't a small commitment, Daniel. Who's gonna take care of them when we both go to work? I can't ask my mom, she's not well. And besides, how am I really gonna focus on a career when I have to worry about, like, changing diapers and cooking dinner every night?
I don't see why you're so against this.
What do you mean, this?
This? Everything? Marriage, kids, family? It worked for our parents.
It worked for our parents? Is that what you really think? Maybe your mother was fine being cooped up in the house, but I'm not. I refuse to end up like my mother.
Mommy, what's wrong?
Nothing, Elizabeth, I'm fine.
Then why are you crying?
Elizabeth, promise me one thing, that you're never gonna let a man govern your life, okay? You are worth so much, you need to be independent, and you should never have to rely on a man.
Listen to me, Daniel. Me giving up my education is not an option. I didn't go through school to end up a housewife like my mother. I can, and I will, do something with my life.
Elizabeth, don't you think you're being a little irrational?
Well, how about you stay home and I'll go to work then?
But you know I can't stay home, but I'll help out when I can. I just can't stay home all day. I already have a job, and I'm happy with what I'm doing. It just would not make sense.
Daniel, picking up every now and then is not helping out.
But
And
Elizabeth...
why must you be satisfied with a job you like and I have to sacrifice my happiness to provide you with a family? Don't you think you're being a little selfish?
Well, things can be different with our family. You can't assume that the past will repeat itself. We're very different than our parents.
Are we really?